Young man, where have you been? It's 3:25 p.m., Claire shouted while waving her spatula in Sammy's face. Mom, Sammy cried. I was with my buddies. We all decided to stop by Lance's house after school to hang out. It's literally next door, 3 houses down to be exact. Don't get smart with me, young man, said Claire while making homemade sauce for the spaghetti. Yeah, son, listen to your mother. You just can't just do what you want. You're only 10 years old. Now go wash your hands and get ready for dinner. Sammy looked back at both of his parents and said, I'm practically a teenager. Both parents laughed. Your birthday is next month. You'll be 11. You have a couple more years to go. They continued to chuckle. Sammy slammed his book bag on the unmade bed. I'm sick of them treating me this way, Sammy squeaked as he kicked a soda can across the room. The next day, all he could think about was running away. At lunchtime, he met with his usual gang, Lance, Peter, and Tammy. Okay, guys, are you still in? They all nodded. Yes. I made a map, Peter implied. Look. The map was drawn in crayon. As soon as Peter pulled out the map, Mr. Rogers that teaches English walked by and said, Nice drawing, Peter. We have to be more discreet, said Tammy. Saturday morning came. As soon as the sun started peeking through the window, he heard loud music and a vacuum running across the floor. He buried his head between two pillows. He looked over at his alarm clock. It read 7:15 a.m. Ah, he screamed. He counted to himself 123. Bam! Claire kicked the door open like she was on a SWAT team. Look at this room. I told you to clean this pigsty. I don't want to hear it. Clean this mess up. Claire slammed the door and kept listening to her 80s radio station. Lance, change of plans. We leave today. Sammy whispered into the phone. Meet me by the big oak tree behind the school at 1. Got it, Lance replied. By 1:05, all 4 kids were huddled under the tree, backpacks stuffed with snacks, comic books, a flashlight, and Peter's crayon map. Where are we going again? Tammy asked. Anywhere but here, Sammy said. I'm done being treated like a baby. On they went, and finally settled in the woods behind the town's gas station, where they set up a camp using Sammy's Spider-Man tent and a few sticks. It felt like freedom, for about 20 minutes. I'm hungry, Peter mumbled. You just ate the rest of those goldfish, Sammy said. That was 12 minutes ago, Peter replied. Tammy sighed. I think ants are crawling on me, as she started scratching her right arm. By sunset, the brave adventurers were cold, itchy, and tired. The woods weren't nearly as exciting as they'd imagined. Lance sneezed 3 times in a row. I think I'm allergic to freedom, he groaned. Just then, flashlights swept across the trees. Sammy, Lance, Tammy, Peter, shouted a familiar voice. It was Claire, and behind her were all the other parents. Sammy gulped. Uh-oh. Claire rushed over, wrapped him in a hug, then held him at arm's length. Are you okay? What were you thinking? Where do you think you're going? I just wanted to be heard, Sammy said, eyes head downward. Claire looked at him. You're growing up, Sammy. But growing up doesn't mean doing everything on your own. It means learning when to speak up and when to listen. Sammy nodded. Yes, ma'am. Back home, after hot showers and grilled cheese sandwiches, Claire poked her head into Sammy's room. You're still grounded, she said with a small smile. But tomorrow we'll talk about how you're feeling. Deal? Sammy smiled back. Deal. He flopped onto his bed, now neatly made. Maybe being 10 isn't so bad after all, he mumbled, already drifting to sleep.